Hey everyone, it's Andy here. I just caught a nice peacock cod. This island is 60 kilometers offshore. I'm in a little boat and the next island out is Vanuatu. So enjoy this episode. It's overnight.
Catch and cook.
And we're going to get some fish. Let's check this island out. How nice does this look? I love these big rocks. Look at these massive rocks. Bit of an outside cave there. There could be caves down here. And then we've got a nice little beach up there. We'll go and have a look at that. And this is how I like my beaches, not a single footprint anywhere. Check out those massive boulders behind me. It's just, I just love exploring because you just get to see things you don't normally see. And there's another huge one right here. Have a look at this. It's just like the ocean's just eating away at it. Have a look. I'm actually going to go around the whole island just to check it out. I like it so far. I'll definitely come back here, but I want to come back here when the water's a bit cleaner. I have no desire to go snorkeling or spearfishing in that colour water there. It's just too dirty for me. Woo, have a look at this. There's like a nice little like a little garden grove in between like a rock slip. Just so cool. I love it. A couple of oyster catchers there. Hello guys. Here's a nice little sheltered bay. Some quite shallow. Water's reasonably clear. I'm just going to fish these little fringing reefs here. They're actually pretty hard to see because the water's so dirty. And I'm just going to use a 10-gram jig head with a Z-Man 10X soft stretch plastic. These things here, they last really long in the water because they don't tear or break like most plastics. They really tough and strong. So let's hope we get a fish for dinner. So what I'm doing is I'm finding a bommy, casting it next to the bommy, and then let it go all the way down. And you can tell it's down when the line stops going. And once the plastic's on the bottom, I just give it a couple little taps, wind the handle, tap tap, wind the handle, and always just keep it right near the bottom. That's where you get all the fish. Ooh, almost had one then. Let's keep working. We'll just work all around these little bommies. That's what's called a bommy. It's basically live coral with dead coral under it. Over the years they grow up. Got him, yes. What have we got? Coral cod. No, a peacock cod. I used to call these things coral cod, but they're a peacock cod. Legal size for these is 38 centimeters. They're part of the groper family, Epinephalus, I believe is the scientific name. But you are way too small, buddy, so we'll let you go. Hey, off you go, buddy. There you go. Alright, it works. This is where we got that cod. Let's try the other side. Because where there's one fish, there's usually more. Oh, that was a touch. Come on, got him. Got him, yes. And it's his twin brother. He's a little smaller, but that is the same fish almost. Oh, look at the fins. Look at the blue on those fins. Hey, you're a pretty little fish. He's probably 5 centimeters shorter than the last one, so we're not going the right direction here. We'll hang around here a little longer because quite often you catch a bunch of small ones and then the big ones come out. So we'll keep going. Just put the anchor lock on, so we will stay in the same spot, and we'll go right back in exactly the same spot. There we go. Now I'm watching the line as it goes down and I'm feeling it. Sometimes you feel a tap And that's how I knew I had that last one on. Just felt this little tick, and that was him grabbing the lure on the way down. Alright, let's just try back here again. And then if that doesn't work, we'll just go find the next little bommy. Oh yes! Oh yes! There's a good one. Oh, he's so small. He bit so hard. Now this is what we want. This is what we want. This is a coral trout. This guy probably more than double that size because he's not legal. 38 again for trout. Yeah. So let's get your big brother. Have a look at his eyes. Turns out that Z-man's not too big. Hey, off you go, buddy. Dook. He's good. Alright, one more time in that same spot. I always fish until I don't get a hit, or you know, I do a couple of casts until I don't get a hit, and that way I know that there's either, oh, that was a touch. Yep, we will be going back there again. That was a good hit. Oh, that feels like a parrot or a sweet lick. Oh! Did you see that? I just hooked a, I got an anchor here. I just hooked a stripey this long, and a coral trout almost nailed him as I was bringing him up. Wow, let's see if we can get that trout. That is nuts. All right, come on, Mr. Trout. Should be fired up. Oh damn, and he was good size too. That's the perfect size. I don't want a huge one, and obviously it's got to be legal. Oh yes, that's a good one. I wonder if we got another coral trout. They feel bigger than they are. There's a bit of current here as well. You're undersized as well, hey little buddy. Beautiful little coral trout. Hey, off you go. Yep, he's good. I just had a really good take on the front edge of this bit of, actually it looks like a big rock. The current's pushing like this way. And, oh, I missed him again. That's the second time he's had a go. Let's see if we can get him the third time. These plastics just don't die. They slip off a little bit, but they don't get torn in half or anything, which is why I like them. Alright, that's almost the right spot. Yep, that's him. Oh, that's a good fish. Oh, still undersized. Oh, there's no shortage of a little coral trout here. Look at the colours on this one. Look how red he's going. Hey, you're a pretty little fish, aren't you? Look at the tail and the back of the dorsal there. Wow. Off you go. Yep, he's good. I like giving you guys tips, and I've just cut off that amount of leader, because every fish that bites it grabs that part of leader, or it goes into the rock a little bit, and I'm only using 20-pound leader. So it's a good idea. You catch maybe 4 or 5, half a dozen fish, you just retie it, and then you can catch another half a dozen fish. Otherwise it'll get too thin and snap on the good one that you want to eat. Let's try scooting one through the shallows over here. That sometimes works. Just rod nice and high, nice and quick. See if there's anything looking up. Oh, big trout! That's my dinner. That's my dinner. Oh, didn't expect that. Oh, did you see that? Oh, I think you should have seen that. That's my dinner. Come on up, Mr. Trout. Oh, he's got me out of the coral. Oh, I can feel him. Yeah, he's under the coral. Bugger. I have to wait for him to come out now. Oh, there's only 20-pound leader, and he's right in there. Ah, oh, bugger. Ah, oh, just retied that leader, so that's a good thing. There he is. He's out. Oh yes, that's dinner. Oh, where's my net? Where's my net? Oh, oh no, no, no. Oh, he's gone right under the boat. Okay, come on out, come on out, come on out. Yes! Oh! That has got to be over 50-centimetre coral trout. Oh, and oh, I don't know why, but I just burned it across the top there, and yeah, he was looking up. Beautiful fish, I'll show him to you. How good is that? That is a good sized coral trout. So we'll cut some bits off this guy later on and cook him up on the beach, on the barbecue. Now that we've got our dinner, let's go to the beach and have a little explore. I really like exploring. And I'm happy. Woo! I really want to do longer trips. And while I got you guys here, thank you to everybody who's already donated. I think one person's donated $70. There's a bunch of $10 and $20 ones, so thank you very much. Not only, I mean, it will go towards the boat, but it also lifts my spirits that you guys care, that you want to see me do well. And what I'm doing today, the overnight, I'd really like to do a 2, 3, 4, 5, even a whole week out in the water. And in this boat, it's just not possible. But anyway, let's go and check out the beach and then eat him for dinner later on. I just measured him and he's 51 centimeters, and he's a good heavy 51 centimeters. Look at the colors on him. Now, you guys always look at the red on his tail too. Oh, oh, I just love him. Before he got some tiger stripes, which have gone now, but I'll show you the whole process. You guys, some of you guys, are always asking me how to prepare fish, and that's his gills. Well, that's his gill plate, and there's his gills under there. Now, his heart is about there, probably about there, and I just want to cut in front of the heart. Just go in there, like that. I don't need to cut all the way through, and I think I've got him. There he goes, look. So when I bleed the fish like that, I hold the tail up, and he'll just drip all the blood out, and that'll make for really nice clean meat. Look at the eye on him. Sorry guys, but I just love the colours on these. Those blue dots, the yellow, sort of orangey yellow around the eye. Oh, they are a top predator. That one that jumped out before, trying to eat the striper, he was cool. A bit smaller than this guy, but I'm happy with this one. So once he's stopped bleeding now, I'll just give him a little wash. Yeah, he's stopped bleeding. And then we'll put him on ice straight away. And so remember, this is the exact plastic. I got him on a Streaks Z opening night, 5-inch. If you remember from before, the tide's gone down about 3.5 meters. All this weed wasn't there before. That's the same cave we saw before. And there's a lot more beach, and actually quite a few rocks on the beach. Let's see if we can get in here. Tide's really low. It's probably about an hour before low tide, and all the reef and the weed is sticking out, and I want to just duck into there. Should be okay. Just go nice and slow. Yeah, looks pretty good. Oh, I think we're in. Nice calm little spot. And it's just to go and explore up on the beach here. It actually looks really interesting. The beach goes up and over, and it looks like there's a valley the other side there, so we'll check that out. Always drive your anchor in properly so that it works. There we go. Let's walk up this way. Now, the main reason that I need a bigger boat is, one, the weather. It can be pretty unpredictable, and I want to go a lot further. That's the second reason. And the third reason is, I mean, the further means there's more danger involved if the weather picks up, but also I need more fuel. So, I mean, my boat is great. I love my little boat. But yeah, I'm really looking at buying a bigger boat. Ooh, look at this coral. That there is a large coral that probably got smashed in here in a cyclone or a big storm. Oh, and have a look at this. This is interesting. This is actual natural concrete. For years I thought, someone had dumped bags of concrete on the sand and the beach and that. But, oh wow, look at that. That is amazing. So, the storm, this must have all been one piece. There's like 1, 2, 3. Smashed it up against this tree and broke I mean, that's got to weigh a ton. Like altogether, that's got to be a ton of like natural cement. Wow. And have a look, have a look. There's bits of coral in there, there's sand in there. I'm sure if I look hard enough I can find a shell, which... Oh, there you go. There's a shell in there. And this stuff, oh, I can't pull that off. It's so hard. It is. You know, that's concrete. This is always interesting, these... yeah, the way the tide pushes in, and then you've got this valley formed by the hill. And there's looks like, I don't know if that would be fresh water. It's quite yellow, but yeah, could be fresh water in there somewhere. This looks like a nice spot, nice and shady. Big rock over here. When I'm outside, I get too much sun, and I've got to stay in the shade as much as I can, so hopefully the film is not too dark, but yeah, beautiful spot, isn't it? We'll get the charcoal burning and fire up the barbecue. Just need one little redhead starter. Yep, Pit Brothers charcoal, really nice stuff. Gives your food that extra nice flavour. It's actually really nice to get the shirt off. Oh, it just feels so much better. That's how it works. Ashtray in the bottom. Set up. Oh. I'm just going to relax for a little while. The coals have got a little way to go yet. Let's have a look for some shells. There's also heaps and heaps of shells here. I'm not even going to move from where I'm sitting. I've just turned myself around here. Here's a nice one. That is like an olive type shell. Yeah, I'll put him here. I mean, there's hundreds of them. This is a bivalve, like a pippy sort of thing. Let's see. Oh, that could be a stone crab. Yeah, that's a nipper off I think it's a stone crab. Oh, here we go. There's a little baby cowrie shell. Little teeny weeny cowrie shell. And then if you have a look at all this other stuff, you know, that's coral. It's actually illegal to take anything off the beaches here in a national park. So yeah, we're just gonna pick it up, have a look. You guys can probably see heaps of stuff I'm missing. Here's a cute one. He's kind of broken. He's a cute little spirally. Don't know what he is. And this is pumice. It's a volcanic rock that has air in it. It's actually a rock, but it's super light. Ooh, red coral. A little bit of red coral. Look at that. Ooh, little red coral. It's one of the corals that doesn't fade. Oh, hello. Check this one out. That is cool. That is going to be one of the biggest cowries I've found for a long time. That's got to be 60 mil across, like lengthwise. Very cool. Oh, hello. Hello. Look at you. This is black coral. It's the other thing that doesn't lose colour when it goes on a beach. Everything else seems to go white, but red coral and black coral, they keep their colour. Got to leave this here. I know people are going to say, oh, you should have taken it, it's worth so much money, but that is the law around here. There's just so much stuff. It's just everything everywhere. Oh, okay, here's two interesting things. We'll get this one first. This is a cone shell. And I think with that pattern on it, he's actually a very dangerous one. These have been known to kill people. So if you see a live one of these, they're usually a bit darker than that. And again, he's quite a big one. Don't touch that. That can kill you. They shoot a poison dart out of a little nose or little arm they've got sticking out here, and it can kill you. So yeah, don't play with that one. Here's a cool one, look at that. He's been, gnawed away. Anyway, let's go and check on the barbecue, see how the barbecue's going. Normally I'm jumping around, go, 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 but I'm quite enjoying just sitting here relaxing, looking at the view. Let's see how many islands there are. We're on an island, so that's 1. That's an island, that's 2. That's another island, that's 3. That little tiny dot, that's number 4. And we go across. 5, 6, 7. So right from this one spot we can see 7 islands and a cute little boat. Oh, but how nice is this? Let me poke you around the side there, you can have a look at the sunset. It's actually a long way from being sunset yet. But, I think there could even be another island over there. Yeah, I had hoped to go for a bit of a snorkel and a swim, maybe a spearfish, but as you can see that water's really quite dirty. Oh, it feels nice, but yeah, it's just all dirty. Here we have a bunch of little hermit crabs. These guys are actually alive. Anytime you see a shell like this that's really clean, usually a live hermit crab in it. Now, they're probably not going to come out while I'm holding them. Can you see that guy in there? Probably not. Anyway, let's let these guys go. So what I've done is I've found this little stream. It's running out of the beach. It's salt water, but I've made a little indent here, and I'm just gonna. I can't eat. I was gonna eat literally half the fish, but he's gonna be too big. So I'm just gonna take a fillet off one side, and that'll be my dinner. And I'll take the rest home with me. So I'm just gonna just scale him first. It's much easier to scale fish. I'm using the back of the knife while the fillet is still on the body. So just rub the knife back along the scales like that, and they all come off. The reason I'm scaling the coral trout is because I want to eat the skin as well. The skin is one of the yummiest bits, and the way I'm going to do it, sambal barbecue, is going to be really good if I can eat the skin, and that's what we're going for. There we go, he's done. It's actually really cool doing a fish in a natural sink like this. Look at that, beautiful. Now we'll take that fillet off. Do it the same way pretty much all the time. I start somewhere down the back here, and I just run the knife just up along his top of his backbone there, well, dorsal fin, and then just lay the knife down and follow the bones into the backbone. Now, because I bled this fish really well, this meat is actually really nice and clean. If you don't bleed fish well, then the meat can be quite bloody. And I'm just going to cut above the rib cage. I don't want to go into the rib cage. And that way I don't have to worry about his internals. Look at that. That is one clean piece of coral trout. Look how white that is and how nice. Let's grill it up. That's going to be delicious. And I find it interesting how time always gets away from me. It's getting quite late now. The sun's about to set in about 10 or 15 minutes. I've brought some banana leaves from home. They're amazing for cooking. I've only used them once before. That was a four-wheel driving episode, but the flavour that came out of them was just phenomenal. So we just get some banana leaves. This will be the cooking surface. Before we put the coral trout on the fire, we want to coat one side with oil, and that way it won't stick to the banana leaf. Get the banana leaf on there and whack the trout on. Beautiful. Then we get our sambal olik. It's a sambal paste, quite spicy, but it should work really well. Now we want to do this fairly quickly. There we go, nice big dollop on there. And I'm just going to use a bit of coral. And I'm just going to spread that around a little bit. Now that's pretty much all the preparation done. It just needs to cook now. Get the tin foil and wrap it so it becomes an oven. Okay. A little bit of wind here. Okay, let's use our trusty bit of coral. You can hear it and smell it sizzling already. I'm glad I caught that coral trout when I did. Any later, and I'd be cooking in the dark again. So it always takes me a while, but I did sit here and enjoy the scenery. I mean, what's not to enjoy, you know? Sitting on one island, I've got 6 or 7 other islands around me. And, oh, yep, that's starting to smell pretty good. Let's have a quick squeeze in there. Can you see it? Look at that. So the idea with the tin foil is to create pretty much an oven. This is normally done in an oven, I believe. 7 minutes on one side. Then we'll flip it over and pretty much the same thing as what we did before, but I'll show you that as we go along. This is the first time I've tried this exact recipe, and it's probably not going the way I was hoping to go. So I'm going to use tin foil instead. Put a bit of oil on the tin foil. I hadn't given much thought about turning it over. That should reduce the heat a little bit. Banana leaf is definitely too hot and too charred. I think I needed an extra layer. I only used 1 layer. I should have gone with 2 or 3. So there is still some skin we can eat. Some of it's well past its use by date. But we're going to whack some more of this on. So you coat it both sides with the. There we go. I think it's time for another beverage. That went down really well with the oysters last time. There we go. Cheers to you guys. Lovely evening. A little bit late, but yeah, still nice. Here's some rice I prepared earlier. I'm just using the banana leaf as a plate. So I cook this rice at home, but if you want to cook rice camping, perfect every time. I've got a video where I did it and I showed you, and a few people have already commented to say, oh wow, I didn't know it was that easy. So I'll put a little video reference here. Go check it out. Really simple, really easy. Perfect every time, rice. Okay, that's a serious sizzle in there. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's looking good. I think I should have done that to start with. Yeah, I do have a really cool recipe, hopefully for either lunch or breakfast. Some squid. I might even try to cook some up tonight. Depends how late it gets. Don't you love those little, where are they? Pink clouds? Can you see them? Actually, you guys can't see them. Yeah, I can see pink clouds. Anyway. Oh yes. Yeah, I thought it would be a little drier than that. Still plenty of heat in there, but let's get it off and try it. There we go, that's probably more what it's supposed to look like. But yeah, that's a nice big piece of fish. Get my little fork out. Let's try some of this. Make sure I get some of the sunbow on there. Oh, look at that. Here we go. Okay. Bit of spice in there. Hasn't burnt my throat or anything like that. It's more just a like a fairly nice heat actually. Let's try another bit. The fish is cooked really nicely actually. It's not dry, not raw at all. Just got a smoky flavour there. That's that banana leaf. The smoky banana leaf has come through there. Bit of rice. I don't know how to describe that sunbow. It's not chilly. I'm gonna have to eat a bit more. oh, look at this white flaky meat. I don't know if I can show this to you. It is so white and flaky and droppy. Oh, I get another bit. Look at that. Good thing about having a big banana leaf there is it's one big plate. That bit I dropped, there it is. I can still eat it. Very hard to explain. There we go. Here's a crust of sambal. This will probably blow my head off. So can you see that brown bit on the left side there? That's pretty much just crusty sambal. I'm a bit scared actually. I don't normally eat that much chili. That is really sweet. Really sweet, really nice. Definitely a bit more heat than before. Again, I can't describe that flavour to you. It's definitely spicy. It's got the like fullness. There's some fullness of flavour coming from the banana leaf. This is good. Hopefully I'll get to see the moon rise. I'm going to sleep on the boat. You'll obviously see that. Just making small talk. That sambal crust, you'd think it'd be really horrible and hot and spicy. It's not. It's not quite a sweet chili. I wouldn't go as far as sweet chili. Maybe a full round of capsicum flavours in there. Anyway, it's enough of me dribbling on. I'll see you guys later tonight. Mosquito. There's the moon. I'm going to try and find a spot a little bit calmer than this. It's yeah, quite rough around this side of the island, so I'm going to go around the other side. Yeah, it's never favourable driving around the ocean in the middle of the night. It can be quite nice, but yeah, try not to hit things is yeah, a bit of a bonus. There I am. Alright, well yeah, just motor as little as we can. The good thing is I've got the GPS and I did a full circumnavigation of the island, so I know where everything dangerous is. I just really want to find a bay that's yeah, a little more sheltered. I sleep very roughly on a boat. I hear every little bang, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, let's get back to it. So the light's been on at least 20 minutes now, maybe a bit longer, and occasionally there'll be some little blue fish zipping around the place. I'm not sure if you can see them. Oh, there's a couple there. Oh yeah, there you go. Yep. But yeah, food for squid, but no squid. And I just don't think that my light can compete with the moon. So I'll have to come out when it's a moonless night. Anyway, I'm going to have a little shower now. I'll show you how I do that. It's yeah, ooh, there's a lot of fish. It's not exactly a shower, but yeah, I've got to get this salt and sweat off me, otherwise I just don't feel human. Yeah. I like having spare water on a boat if I'm going out. If the motor breaks down, I'm not going to, like, yeah, dehydrate. But, oh, it's so nice to get all the salt and the sweat. It's really nice having that water on me. The wetness just cools me down. It's very refreshing. I just like it. It is so good. Alright, time to set up mattress and go to sleep. everyone. It was windy until about, I'm going to say about 4 in the morning. And that's when the tide went right out and the boat was at an angle about that. The tide's already started coming in. There's been a few mosquitoes, but it wasn't too bad. It's actually surprisingly dry. I thought the dew or the moisture in the morning would be a lot worse, but yeah. Probably about half an hour before sunrise or 20 minutes before sunrise. Might make myself a cup of hot chocolate. At least it's not as windy as last night. It's yeah, it was at least 10 to 15 knots most of the night. It's quite luxurious having a little jet boil. You can cook up tea, coffee, cocoa for me. While I've been sitting here, I've heard quite a bit of surface action. Mangrove jack by the sound of it over there, and maybe a cod or a coral trout over this way. So what I'm thinking is have this first and then try some ziggy surface action. Haven't done that for a while, and that means I can fish for a couple of hours before I have any sort of real breakfast. There's a nice little overhang there. It's all pretty shallow here. It's like maybe 2 foot deep, half a metre. It's really cool. You've got dead coral here, a bit of live coral, and then a nice hole right there. There's some nice purple coral. Don't know if you can pick the colours this early in the morning. But oh, there's some nice plate coral there. We'll have a go around that. But I think we're coming into some good country here. Ooh, something big there. Oh, he had another look at it. Where is he? Oh, that was huge, whatever it was. Where are you, fish? Come on. Either a big cod or a big coral trout, I'm thinking. Oh, that was a good fish. The sun's out and it's time to put some clothes on. And we'll use the ziggy a little bit more probably. And then we'll go for the big popper. I deliberately didn't use the big stick bait or popper this morning because I want to see what's going on. First thing in the morning you can't see in the water. It's probably the best time, but yeah, I want to see what's hitting my lure. So let's go hit a few more spots. Weather's not too bad. So yeah, a little windy, but it's okay. We'll let it sink all the way to the bottom. It's probably about 8 metres deep here. Yep, got him. Oh, feels alright. Came up easy. Coral trout. Nice. Oh, he's undersized, but he's a beautiful fish. The big GTs aren't playing, but yeah, love a little trout like this. Alright, throw you back. Hey, he's good. Just dropping it straight down. It's about 9 metres deep here. So just all the way down. You can tell it's on the bottom when the line's slack. Lift it up just a tad, and that was a touch. Oh, that was a nice touch. Yep, that's a good one. Yep. Oh, what have we got? Sweet lip. Oh, peacock cod. Similar to yesterday's. Oh, yep. That feels like a parrotfish. Lots of vibrations. Everyone asks me how I know. Oh no, it's a coral trout. Hello, little coral trout. Look how pink you are. I was wrong. Parrotfish tend to flip around a lot. These guys usually fight more hard and dogged. Oh well, off you go. Yep, he's good. Let's get another one. I'm just going to have a bit of breakfast on the run. The water does seem very dirty, so I don't like my chances with the big popper, but we'll keep trying. There's nothing quite like a croissant with extra butter. I'm a big fan of butter. Mmm, yummy. Breakfast time. Mmm. Oh, but wait, I've got maple syrup. Woohoo! And none of that fake stuff. This is the pure 100% Canadian. Hello to all my Canadian fans. I know I've got a few of you. You'll appreciate this. You probably want it toasted, but I'm in a rush. Whoop. I'm in a rush at the moment. I'm trying to get the fish. So, oh, look at that. Oh, that is so good. Alright, let's head over to that island. These rocks weren't any good, but we'll try over there. We'll stay out until it gets a bit rough. A bit too rough. Oh. I am now 60 kilometers offshore in a small boat, and the next island past this is Vanuatu, so I'm not going any further than this. The water's a little bit clear in patches. Yeah, not really, it's still dirty water over here, but it's going to be our last chance, I think. It's a good little island. It's got a lot of current on it. Let's cast in the new spot. Come on, GTs. Or Spanish mackerel, I'm not fussy. This has to be one of the most rugged islands I've ever fished. Look at that. That's just the waves smashing in there and eating out that face. Let's get in there. Perfect cast right in front of that rock. Oh, lots of bait, lots of bait. That's a good sign. What we need now is a big fish. This boat is yeah, a little bit too small to be doing this. It's only a 10-knot day, and this is what you get when you're out offshore. I think the water's too dirty as well, so a couple more casts, then I'm pretty sure I'll call it a day. Nothing at all. Alright, that's it for me.
The trip home didn't start too badly, but when you're 60 kilometres out offshore, you just don't know what's ahead of you. So it was a little bit rough, but then yeah, it just got really bad. This here is about 12 kilometres from the ramp, and what's happening is the tide is pushing against the current, which, oh, there you go, there's a fair bit of water coming there. Anyone that knows me knows I hate water in the boat, and yeah, at first it didn't seem that dangerous or that bad. It was just a little bit of water, you know, like a splash here, splash there, just going to wreck my gear a little bit. But as I went through this, it was like a current change against the wind. It got pretty serious. There was 3 big waves. I've only filmed one of them. That's not even the worst one yet. There's another one coming, and I was actually, in hindsight, I shouldn't have been doing that. That's a pretty bad one right there. So things can turn ugly very quickly. I actually had to bail, and as you can see, I wasn't very impressed. So I bailed with a bucket on the way home, and yeah, spent 2 days getting my gear sorted out. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please subscribe and click the notification bell so you get notified of my new videos. I do them every week. I'd also like to say a big thank you to my Patreon supporters and people who've donated through PayPal. If you want to see more right now, click the links above. Catch you next time.